Howdy, folks. That wasn't supposed to be up there yet. Howdy, folks. Welcome to Wellness Wednesday. My name is Kenneth Thomas, and on Wednesdays, I like to go live and talk about the concept of wellness and how it applies and what I'm doing with it and that kind of a thing. So I've had a couple of people ask me, so what is wellness exactly? What do you mean when you say wellness? There's a lot of aspects to it. Yeah, let's talk about it. It is a bit of a broad topic in some ways. A lot of people, when they start talking about wellness, they're talking about physical wellness is the most common form of wellness that people are talking about. It is defined as the state of being in good health, especially as an actively pursued goal. And that is certainly one part of it. Another aspect of it is it's practicing healthy habits on a daily basis in order to become better physical and mental health. And the other thing about it is it's really more about working toward thriving rather than just surviving. If all you are able to do is hand to mouth, barely subsistence living, wellness is extremely difficult to come by. Because you're faced with all kinds of stress, you're not probably getting the right kind of nutrition, all kinds of things are going to come into that. So to me, that aspect of thriving is a major component of wellness. Waiting for my brain. You ever have one of those where you ever have one of those days when you're just not quite fully there? Yeah. All right. So there's this aspect of wellness. And, there's kind of really 8 dimensions, I think, of wellness to talk about. Like I said, most people are familiar with the physical wellness, working toward having good health, healthy habits, that kind of thing. Environmental wellness is another big aspect of it. And this isn't just about, are you recycling and that kind of stuff, which is important, but that isn't necessarily what we're talking about here. What kinds of things are impacting you from your environment? I know in a previous, I believe in a previous video, I talked about the lung study that was done in Europe and how common household cleaners and using them just once a week can cause as much lung damage as smoking a pack of cigarettes a day. So that is an aspect of environmental wellness. Is your environment that you are living in a healthy environment to be in? If you're someplace and you're dealing with lots of mold and that kind of stuff, that's another aspect of environmental wellness, something that impacts your environmental wellness. There's also financial wellness, in the sense of, are you able to provide for yourself and for your family? Do you have a cushion if something unexpected happens? Those kind of things. There's intellectual wellness. Are you exercising your mind? Are you developing yourself to where you're improving your cognitive abilities? There's occupational wellness. How is your job impacting you? Is your job doing something that is enriching and fulfilling for yourself? Those are aspects of wellness. Mental wellness. I talk about mental health on Mondays with Mental Health Mondays. So this whole concept of emotional and mental wellness, I am kind of familiar with that. being somebody who deals with PTSD, anger, stress. Everybody deals with stress to some degree or another. So those are things that impact your wellness from the emotional and mental standpoint. There's social wellness. How are you with the people that you are interacting with? Do you have a healthy group of people around you? If you are somebody who has a group of people around you that uplift you and they are working to help you improve yourself, that is very beneficial to your wellness. If you're around a whole bunch of negative Nancy's and all they're doing is tearing you down, and they are real negative, and that'll impact your emotional wellness, that'll impact your physical wellness. So social wellness, how are you with the people that you're interacting with, and are you interacting with the kind of people that you really want to be interacting with? And then there's spiritual wellness as well. Not going to try to just tell anybody what they need to do, but how are you in your relationship with the divine? How are you in your relationship with the universe, if that's how you want to see it? So those are all aspects of wellness. Now, since physical wellness is what I usually am talking about on Wellness Wednesdays, I figured that's where I would start. Now, if you all would like to see more about the 8 dimensions, talking about some of those other topics, go ahead and let me know in the comments. All right. If you want to know more about the other dimensions of wellness, drop me a 1. Drop a 1 in the comments, and I will work on putting some of that stuff together for you. But anyway, let's talk about how to create a physical wellness plan. The first thing you need to do, though, is it's kind of like, you can't go anywhere using a map if you don't know where you're starting from. So the first thing that you need to do to create a physical wellness plan is to assess your current physical wellness. And this encompasses how you're eating, your nutrition, as well as your level of physical fitness. Okay? So you've got to know where you're starting from to be able to plan on where you go from there. So even if you don't want to involve anybody else, be honest with yourself about your current state of physical wellness and your nutrition and your fitness. Okay. Now, as far as the fitness aspect of it goes, you need to find out what's right for you. I have chronic knee issues from that I developed during my time in the military. And then now I'm just, the warranty's out on my body. But for those of you who are under the age of 35, let me tell you, I would say between 25 and 35 is when the warranty runs out on your body, because that's when you're going to start having the chronic aches and pains creeping in on you. And it'll get worse unless you do something to help your body deal with that inflammation and all that kind of stuff. But anyway, so you need to find out what kind of physical exercise is going to be good for you. Some people love to go running. I was never a big runner, even when I was in the Army. I did it. It wasn't necessarily my favorite thing to do. My favorite right now is my Concept 2 rower, because it's low impact and it involves the upper body and the lower body, and I really enjoy that. I do need to be doing more of it, though. So yeah. Other things you can do is walking, just going for a walk. Swimming is great if you are somebody who has access to a pool. That was one of the things I did a lot of when I was in the Army. In fact, I had the nickname Merman. It was given to me by one of my chief warrant officers that I worked with, Chief Baird. Yeah, She always called me Merman, so that was kind of my nickname. In fact, anytime I message her now, I still get that. Anyway, so find some kind of physical activity that is right for you. And the big thing on it is that it doesn't have to be anything that's super strenuous. You want something that's going to elevate your heart rate a little bit, and you want it to be something that is going to be at least 15 to 20 minutes. And you only need to do this 3 or 4 times a week. It's not something that you have to do every day. Now, depending upon what your fitness goals are, you may want to do this more than just 15 to 20 minutes, 3 or 4 times a week, but that is up to you. So, the next thing that you need to really look at is nutrition. Most people aren't eating really healthy diets. I know I wasn't. One of the things that I have done is I have I participated in an R3 challenge, which was a 6 weeks challenge. It was all about resetting my metabolism, learning how to eat better and make better choices and planning. During those 6 weeks, I lost over 14 pounds and I lost a total of about 9.5 inches off my body. So that was a good step, a good start. Not where I want to be yet, but we are now, I'm now in possession of the tools and the strategy to do it. So that's what I'm doing. So you kind of need to figure out what kind of nutrition you're getting and what you need. Now, what you need, is going to vary depending upon the individual. A 20-year-old male is going to need something different in their nutrition than a 40-year-old female. Someone who is pregnant is going to need a different type of nutrition than somebody who is not. So keep that kind of thing in mind. Now, another big aspect of physical wellness is getting the right amount of sleep. Now, this can be a challenge for people. If you're somebody who struggles with that, there are several things that you can do. Melatonin is very helpful. Making sure that you get a good source of melatonin, not just some kind of junk that you get. Having an appropriate amount of magnesium in your daily nutrition is also very good for that. But how much sleep you need varies upon age. Some of us struggle with trying to get much more than about 5 or 6 hours of sleep because we were so conditioned to it for so many years that it's like, I'm going to go to bed early because I'm tired, and I still end up, I only sleep about 5 hours, 6 hours. It's very rare when I sleep more than about 5 or 6 hours. So, but really I try to go for 8, but it just never happens. Now the other big thing is that once you have your plan in action and you are proceeding with it, adjust your wellness plan as you go. If you're figuring out that your nutrition isn't working right or something, you're not having enough calories in your diet, or you're not getting enough protein, or you're not getting enough of this mineral or that kind of something, make those adjustments. If you're realizing that, okay, this physical fitness plan that I came up with is a little too strenuous for where I'm at right now, adjust it. And when that becomes easier, if you want to push yourself because you want to really accelerate your wellness journey, then you can make those adjustments as you go. So this isn't something you sit down, you carve it into stone, and it never changes. This is something that you plan, and as you are progressing, you make adjustments to it. So it's more about making sure that you are doing what you need to do, and learning as the process goes along. So that's kind of the big thing that I would say with that. My friend Terry says that her physical activity is dancing. Now, for those of you who like to go out dancing, this is fantastic because it's great physical activity. It's great for social wellness because you're socializing with people. And it doesn't feel like exercise because it's something that's so much fun to do. So I absolutely think that dancing is phenomenal. In fact, for a long time, that was what my mom's favorite type of physical activity was, is she would go out dancing. If that is something that you are really into, Terry says she dances at home because she doesn't like people. Well, yeah, if that's what you want to do, that's fine. But I do know a lot of people that one of their things they'd like to do is they like to go out where there's a live band. I had a lot of friends when I was younger that were real big into the swing dancing. Now you want to talk about something that's a physical activity. Woo-hoo! You go out swing dancing, that is going to give you a workout. And, this was a chance for them to, dress up and get all fancy and spiffed up. So that was impacting their emotional wellness, their social wellness with the friends that they always hung out with and these kind of things. So if that's the kind of activity you like to do, go for it. It's great for you. Me, not so much. I get around crowds and stuff nowadays. I start getting more anxiety than anything else, and it becomes more stressful for me than it is relaxing. But, that's to each their own. So that's just kind of an overview of what I mean when I'm talking about wellness. So I'm talking about these 8 different dimensions of it. Terry says same thing for her. Yeah. I'm really good with people in small doses. If I'm going to be dealing with a large crowd of people, I need to have a support system in place. Part of that for me is my service dog. Part of that is making sure I have people that I feel close and comfortable and that I trust around me to help me when I start getting anxiety attacks and that kind of thing. But that's a whole topic for another Monday on Mental Health Monday. But so that's kind of the general idea of what I'm talking about when I'm talking about wellness. So if you guys have questions or if there's more aspects of wellness that you would like me to talk about, let me know in the comments. I'm always looking for things that you guys will find beneficial. I want to say thanks to Terry and for those of you who have joined me today. If you're watching this on Facebook, make sure that you follow. Please like the video, follow, so that way you'll know when I'm going live. If you're finding this or you're watching this on YouTube, please like and subscribe. That way you'll know when I'm doing these things where I've loaded up more content. I will be talking about the impacts of inflation and some of that kind of stuff tomorrow for Thursday's Thoughts. So I'll give you a little brief glimpse of what's coming for tomorrow. And that, of course, will be noon Central Time. So look forward to that. We're still working on deciding exactly what we're making for Hummus Foodie Friday. But apparently y'all have really loved seeing some of the healthier options that we've been doing and getting creative with that. So we're digging through, and I should be able to let you know tomorrow, give you kind of a preview of or a hint at what we're going to be doing. I do have a feeling it will be doing something with seafood. Always down for good seafood. Wellness for PTSD. I will talk about wellness for PTSD on a Mental Health Monday. I don't know if it's going to be this coming Monday or if it will be one that's following. I might need a little bit of time to put together some information on that. But that is a great idea, Terry. What? I guess Terry doesn't like seafood. I will tag you and let you know when that is coming. So until next time, folks, peace, love, and photography. And remember, everything can make a beautiful image, including you. Have a great afternoon, and I hope to see you again tomorrow. Bye.